Hello. Basically, this time I'm just gonna basically be going on a little Nintendo, not a rant, but a talk or something over various things that I've been reading about over the last week or two, basically about Nintendo and basically what I've heard people talking about Nintendo and so on and so forth. Basically, it's not gonna be like me defending them entirely because I will be defending them, but not 100% or anything. Basically, because just a few things I heard. Basically, from what I've read over on like IGN the last few days, basically, EA and Ubisoft basically have pretty much either a left um, the Wii completely, Nintendo Wii completely, or they're lowering their amount of games they're going to put on them. And I think Capcom's included a little bit too, and Sega, or Sega. I think it was Sega. Either it was Capcom or Sega. I don't know, maybe both. I don't know. But basically, I've read within the current Game Informer that just came out, as well as on IGN and various other little things. Basically, these guys have um, these developers have said basically that the market for the Wii is unpredictable. Their games aren't selling and all that stuff. So they want to put all their attention to the PS3 and the 360. And you know what's really wrong about that is most of the games that they brought out for the system were pathetic, useless. They were stupid games in the first place. And second of all, because they weren't even trying and whatnot. You mean seriously? Basically, the only games coming out from Ubisoft that's any good, it's not even them who made the game in the first place. It's basically like, Ubisoft. Wait, I don't know about Red Steel 2. Red Steel 2, I think, might be made by Ubisoft. I don't know. That game might be. I haven't seen much about that game, but if it's an improvement over the first one, it might be really good. But basically, No More Heroes was made by Suda51, and they're just publishing it. But still, but they make all those like what I don't know what games Ubisoft makes. Don't they make like I think the game show games and all that stuff, like the Pets games and Imagine and whatnot stuff. I'm like, you guys are making stupid games in the first place, and EA's not even trying. They really the only thing I think they tried with like I've heard people on IGN talk about was basically like was basically I think it was only like Tiger Woods 2010. I think that was it. Basically, any other game they messed up a man on the Wii. Not just the fact that it was kid things, but I don't think they really tried with it. But basically, um, these guys say that there's like no market on the Wii. Their games aren't selling. First of all, the games they're making usually aren't really that good in the first place. Usually, the games that make are in the first place. And also, basically, I think the same thing at Capcom's. I think said basically that Capcom, you guys are bringing out Resident Evil on-rail shooting games. I think most Wii fans want a real Resident Evil game on the Wii. So that's the reason probably why your games aren't selling. And the fact that it is a on-rail shooter, there's a lot of games on the system that are on-rail shooters. There's House of Dead 2 and 3. There's House of Dead Overkill. There's Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. There's Dead Space Extraction. There's all these other ones. I think people have their on-rail shooter and they don't want to play no more. So by now you should be thinking about making, a real Resident Evil game. Not saying Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles were bad games. They were pretty good actually. But it's like time to actually give us the Wii fans a real Resident Evil game though. And basically, at least but the problems really go more towards like Ubisoft than EA. Ubisoft, you guys could probably make a Prince of Persia or an Assassin's Creed game on the Wii. Take about a year and a half to make them, put all your money in there. And they'd probably sell good for advertising. That's the other thing, too. These companies expect their games to sell, and a lot of people on IGN agree with the same exact thing, that these guys bring out games, most of the time not trying, but even games that they do try on, and they don't advertise it at all, and they're like, oh, we expect the consumers to somehow know about our games. No, they don't. Only people on the internet who read about the games usually would know about them if you're not going to advertise them at all, basically. And anyways, most of the games if it was a good game, they're like, oh, these people don't want our games. The consumers here don't want our games. So let's just go PS3 360. and basically they say, oh, we're just gonna go 100% PS3 360 because the Wii consumers are unpredictable. Yeah, they don't want minigame collections anymore. Most of them, and most of them don't want exercise game either. We have like what 6 or so exercise games on the Wii now. We have both Wii Fits. We have both EA Actives. We have that cardio game. We have Biggest Loser. We have that new what's the Jesse McClure-face or whatever in the thing. I think Dance Dance Revolution won't count, but they are you can exercise with them though. I won't count them though because they're actually being Dance Dance Revolution is a decent series. But they're like, I mean seriously, not everyone wants these things, and you're pumping them out like, oh, they're gonna sell. People are buying these games. Not when they have a lot of them. People. It's basically like I'm not trying to. It's just like third parties hardly are trying. They're like, oh, the Wii is so popular, but we're not going to make games for it because I've been hearing people say they didn't expect the Wii to be this popular and they didn't want like I heard that's basically for people from IGN. This isn't really me saying this, but they basically I think I heard someone say basically that they put all their effort into PS3 360 when they first came out. They didn't expect the Wii to be as popular that they didn't want to change, game. They didn't want to change systems halfway through the current console generation or so, and they kind of lost out and whatnot. And they just want to cash in on games that supposedly sell. Because when the Wii first came out, I think it was a lot of people bought mini game things, but a lot of gamers out there want to actually play real games now. The real gamers out there that are Nintendo fans or just gamers in general. Or Nintendo gamers in general want some real games, and I think a lot of other people are too. So in reality, minigame games and exercise games are not going to go any further if people already have at least one or two of them. I just want, I think developers should really start trying harder. 2010 looks really good actually. We're going to be seeing like Tatsunoko versus Capcom, the American edition, upgraded edition. We're going to be seeing Monster Hunter 3, Red Steel 2, Epic Mickey. We're going to see No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle. We're going to be seeing The Grinder. I don't know if that game's going to be any good, but I've been hearing some things about it. And supposedly, but these are, and I don't know about anything else really, but this year seems really good for the third parties, and yet all these people are like, why aren't our games selling? Well, for one thing, make better games, and second, advertise them. For crying out loud, no one's going to know about your game unless you advertise. Jeez, you guys are idiots. And besides just that, one other thing I want to talk about is people who get kind of mad when games get exclusive on the Wii. I mean, seriously. Monster Hunter 3 was supposed to come out for PS3 and the Wii originally. PS3, I think, got canceled, and then all these people are like, why is it on the Wii? And then Samurai Warriors 3 is coming out, and people are wondering why that game is on the Wii. I'm not saying you guys should be mad, because those games did originally start on Sony systems. And, they were on Microsoft systems too, and somewhat Nintendo, but not a lot. And I can understand a little bit, but you guys are acting like idiots when you are getting jealous over games that are for other systems. And I think I've been hearing the same thing about Tatsunoko versus Capcom. And, it's just like they're jealous of games they don't get. You don't see many Nintendo fans doing the PS3 360 franchises on their system. There are some, I have to admit, there are some, and I think a few of those games could come to the systems, actually. I really think a lot of those games could come to the systems. I think they could have brought out, Tekken 6 and, Street Fighter 4 on the things. They're only really fighting games. Especially since I think the Tekken 6 got a PSP version. I mean, seriously, they come out. I'm not trying to bash these people like saying that, but gets on my nerves when they're like, oh, they're getting. Yeah, the Wii fans do it too, Nintendo fans do it too, but I don't think it happens as much. And basically, that's what I want to come out here and talk about. I'm gonna be coming out with more videos, and tomorrow I hope to bring out something that has to deal with my thoughts on Resident Evil, kind of like a little continuation of that thing I did about a year and a half ago about the whole. What I want to see done, what I expect Resident Evil series, and I'll get on to W vs TNA 7 soon, probably end this week, early next week or so, and a few other game reviews and whatnot, and basically that's it. I'm SnipingIsFun. Have a good day.